GoG and Magog, a tale of two tribes. GoG and Magog are two tribes mentioned in the Quran and the Bible. They are often associated with chaos and destruction, and their story is intertwined with the end of times. In the Quran mentions GoG and Magog in several verses, most notably in Surah Al-Kahf, the cave. The story goes that a righteous king named Dhul-Qarnayn traveled the world, and when he reached a mountain pass, he encountered a people who were troubled by GoG and Magog. These tribes were said to be causing great turmoil in the land. The people asked Dhul-Qarnayn for help, and he responded by building a massive barrier to contain GoG and Magog. This barrier was made of iron and copper, and it was so strong that GoG and Magog could not break through it. The Quran states that when the appointed time comes, this barrier will crumble, and GoG and Magog will be unleashed upon the world. In the Bible also mentions GoG and Magog, particularly in the book of Ezekiel and the book of Revelation. In Ezekiel, GoG is described as a leader from the land of Magog who will gather a vast army to attack Israel. This attack is ultimately thwarted by God, who intervenes and defeats GoG and his forces. In Revelation, GoG and Magog appear again in a prophecy about the end times. After 1,000 years of peace, Satan is released from his prison and gathers GoG and Magog to wage war against the people of God. However, they are defeated by fire from heaven. Interpretations and symbolism. The story of GoG and Magog has been interpreted in various ways throughout history. Some see them as literal historical figures, while others view them as symbolic representations of evil or chaos. In some interpretations, they are associated with the forces of darkness that will challenge God's people in the end times. The significance of the story. The story of GoG and Magog serves as a reminder of the ongoing struggle between good and evil. It also highlights the importance of faith and resilience in the face of adversity. While the story can be seen as a warning about the dangers of unchecked power and aggression, it also offers a message of hope that ultimately good will prevail over evil.
The Sunnah of the Prophet contains evidence that the dam in which the people of GoG and Magog were trapped is still standing, and that it prevents them from causing corruption on earth. Because of their eagerness to demolish it, they go out every morning to dig it, and when they are about to demolish it, they delay digging it until the following day. Then they come to it and find that God Almighty has restored it stronger than it was, until God permits their exit. If that is the case, they will dig until they are close to finishing, and their leader will say, "Return to him tomorrow, for you will dig it." So they will return to him and find their digging as they left it, so they will complete their digging and emerge, and they will possess the means of strength and excel in it over all other people. The Prophet, may God bless him and grant him peace, mentioned that their emergence will be at the end of time, and that it is one of the major signs of the hour. He said, "The hour will not come until 10 signs precede it: the rising of the sun from its place of setting, the emergence of the beast, and the emergence of GoG and Magog." God Almighty mentioned in his book what indicates the large number of the people of GoG and Magog and the speed of their emergence. God Almighty said, "Until when GoG and Magog are let loose, and they are from every side, then God Almighty sends worms upon them that come out and kill them. Then he sends birds that carry them and take them wherever he wills. Then the Muslims perform Hajj after the destruction of the people of GoG and Magog, as was proven in Sahih al-Bukhari on the authority of Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, may God be pleased with him, on the authority of the Prophet, may God bless him and grant him peace, who said, "Pilgrimage to the house will be made and Umrah will be made after the emergence of GoG and Magog."
What did the Holy Quran and the Sunnah say about GoG and Magog? The story of GoG and Magog was mentioned in the Holy Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet. He, the Most High, said, "Until when he reached between the two barriers, he found on the other side a people who could hardly understand a word. They said, 'O Dhul-Qarnayn, indeed GoG and Magog are corrupters in the land. Shall we assign you an exit on condition that you place between us and them a barrier?' He said, That in which my Lord has established me is better, so help me with strength. I will place between you and them a barrier. Bring me sheets of iron until, when it is level with the previous verses, show that the people of Gog and Magog were people of corruption and evil, until Dul-Qarnain came, and he was a righteous man and a king in his time. The people of that country complained about the evil of the people, and they asked him to build a dam between them and the people to protect them from them. The king responded to their request and built a great dam of iron between two mountains. Then he melted copper on it until it became stronger and more cohesive, so their evil was confined to the servants. God Almighty mentioned the people of Gog and Magog remaining confined by the dam until a time that he knows, glory be to him, he, the Most High, said, "So when the promise of my Lord comes to pass, he will make it level, and it will be a day of torment for them." The promise of my Lord is true.
Conclusion. The story of Gog and Magog is a complex and fascinating tale that has resonated with people for centuries. Whether interpreted literally or symbolically, it offers valuable insights into the human condition and the eternal battle between right and wrong. Let me know if you'd like me to elaborate on any specific aspect of the story.